Hello and welcome to today's video. So today I'm joined by my longtime friend George, and we're going to have a look at his incredible Doctor Who collection. So are you ready for this one, George?
Yeah, hello Jules. As you can see today, I brought along quite a selection of vintage Doctor Who and the Dalek merchandise dating from 1964 to 1969, which we can have a look at.
Excellent. Yeah, I just cannot believe what we've got to look through today. So fantastic. Without further ado, sit back, relax, and let's get to it. Okay then, George, so I'm not quite sure where to start, but since we'll work left to right here, so there's this very impressive poster here. So what's this one?
This is it's from the film Doctor Who and the Daleks, the Peter Cushing film.
Yeah.
1965. Doctor Who Los Daleks, Spanish poster.
Ah, yes.
The artist there was Mac Gomez.
Right.
Who did a lot of cinema posters back in the 1950s.
Fantastic, yeah. Well, it's really huge, isn't it?
It's quite
huge
a size,
poster,
yeah.
Oh, fantastic. And I see you've got some, Doctor Who related TV 21s.
Yeah, there's 1960s TV comic and TV Century 21 comics.
Excellent.
Which featured the Doctor and the Daleks. We can have a look at them.
In a mode, yeah, brilliant. Fantastic. So, looking along here, see what we got. So, what's this on here? Yeah.
Of, various. Now that's Doctor Who and the Daleks nursery toy by Salco.
Yeah.
Still originally in its original bag with header card.
Wow, incredible.
Next to it is the Dalek
Argle. Ah, right, yeah.
Made by Bell Toys. Now that is a variation on the old Magic Robot game.
Yeah.
I'm sure many people will remember from the 1960s and 70s.
That's it. So the Dalek sort of points at the answer.
Yeah, you ask it a question, you put it on the magic mirror, and it tells you the answer.
Brilliant! Yeah, fantastic. And look at this, a huge item.
Yeah, that's one of my favourite pieces. It's the Dalek, Doctor Who and the Daleks Cutomastic set. Great artwork.
Oh, it's fantastic. Yeah, brilliant.
Again, we'll have a look at that one in detail.
All right, yeah, cool. Yeah, really good. Now, this one you do see around, but
yeah, that's right.
Tough in nice nick, I think.
It's the Chad Valley Doctor Who Give a Show projector. Now, it's actually quite common. It was produced between 1965 and 1969. So there's a lot of them have actually survived. It was a really good seller for them. Chad Valley, of course, produced a lot of the Give a Show projectors back in the 60s.
And you do sort of collect them, don't you?
Yeah, I must have about 30 to 40 different ones.
One day we'll get those all out. That'll be amazing. Amazing. And what's this little thing?
Now, this one here at the end is a Doctor Who Plaston money box. Now, it's got a picture of William Hartnell on the side of it. It's one of the few things that actually had Hartnell's image on it, and that one is still sealed, never been opened.
Wow, pretty scarce set. Now I see we have got this full-size Dalek right next to it.
That one, now, that one was made by This Planet Earth. And it's actually the one that's featured on a Radio Times back in 1999.
I remember. And that was the stamp, wasn't it?
And the stamp as well.
Wow, so that's
the Radio Times.
Handy. So this is the stamp Dalek, we could call it, or the Radio Times Dalek. It is a great colour scheme, the black and silver.
We both know the chap that we bought it from at the time.
And there it is, look.
Yeah. It's actually that one. Apparently, Lord Snowdon himself photographed it all, but I don't know if there's any.
No, that's incredible. It's a lovely one, isn't it? What a great. Keeping an eye on your collectibles here. Now, what's this then? So Dalek transfers. Wow.
Yeah, Tower Press. Now they were well known for producing all these little transfer sheets back in the 60s. The idea was you just cut them out into little squares. You could just lick them or put a bit of water on them. And stick them onto your hands.
I remember something vaguely like that as a kid.
Yeah.
But is that the original header? Is it?
It's the header with the transfers. The original.
Incredible.
Transfers. And they feature the TARDIS, Menoptera, Zarbi. Daleks,
mechanoids there. See, a couple of mechanoids.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Oh, brilliant.
But no Doctor.
No, interesting. Yeah, interesting. Now this is nice. It's a stand-up jigsaw.
Yeah, it's produced by Hope and Hudson. It's one of two. It's a stand-up.
Yeah.
It's a wooden jigsaw, as it says, with stand-up Daleks. So it creates a sort of 3D effect when you put it all together. It's one of two. It's quite rare.
brilliant. It's also colourful. They
the
really
artwork
pop out, don't they?
It's really nice.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it's Walt Howarth that did that.
Oh yeah, it does look a bit like his artwork, doesn't it? Yeah. Dodge the Daleks.
Dodge the Daleks, yes, an exciting new game. It's basically just a board game with 4 counters and cup and dice.
Right. It looks a bit sort of 50s sci-fi. That does a bit Dan Dare-ish almost.
Again, lovely artwork on it.
Yeah. Excellent. Cutamastic.
Yeah, that's
so this
the smaller
is
version. That was released in 1966.
the bigger one there.
That's
this is its smaller
one.
Right.
Which, Bell released in 1966. Bell Toys have produced a lot of board games for TV series throughout the 50s and 60s.
They did the Bilko one, didn't they?
They did the Bilko
one.
I
remember, that's lovely there. And that had like the plastic cutter, didn't it?
That's right,
take it out of, what was it, foam or something? Or polystyrene? Polystyrene, wow.
They will open it up and...
brilliant. Excellent. The Great Escape.
The Great Escape, Now that's made. It's just really a maze. Peter Pan Playthings produced it, and it's basically a ball which goes around. You have to try and get it from A to B.
Oh yeah, I love maze games.
It's interesting that the artwork on the side. I think it looks like more like a Peter Cushing.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
I would agree with you.
Yeah. It's probably released same time as the film.
More a movie tie-in, yeah. Okay, then got this little fella here. Once again, keeping an eye on the other side of it.
It's not actually from the 60s, but it's actually a Sevens Dalek.
Sevens movie one,
yeah. Sevens movie one. It was, I think they were limited to about 200. And that was that one's actually been used on the TV on a documentary.
All right.
I've got it on there. On a DVD somewhere where I believe Terence Dix is being interviewed, and
all right, and that's in the background, It's once again, it's absolutely beautiful, isn't it? Yeah. And while we're here, I see underneath it is the Dalek playsuit.
That's right, yes, the Beric.
Right,
Dalek
playsuit. Wouldn't fit us anymore, of course, but
I would have loved one of those when I was about 8.
It's incredible great. In its original box as well, because it's only like a cardboard, isn't it?
That's right. Yeah. Wow. The other one we produced was the Scorpion Automotives.
Right.
One which was again. There's only a few of those now which exist because the factory was burnt down.
Right. Oh wow.
And you'll only see those in high-end collections.
Yeah, I would imagine. Yeah. Okay, so Dalek rocket gun. Wow,
rocket gun. Yeah, that's
Lone
fairly
Star.
Scarce.
I bet.
That was produced by Lone Star. Now, Lone Star produced a lot of Western toys, cap guns, rifles.
Yeah.
And such. And the rocket gun is actually quite scarce.
Never seen that before.
It's on its original backer card there, complete with the darts. And if you have a look there, you'll see that the suckers on that are well
starting to perish.
Yeah, you do see them occasionally cropping up on online auctions, and you can tell where the suckers have been replaced because by now all of these have actually hardened and perished. Yeah, that goes the same for anything like balloons or
well, the Bionic Man arm. That was a famous one, wasn't it? A similar thing.
Action Man underwater outfits, stuff like that. All that sort of stuff
is all perished. Yeah, it just hasn't lasted.
That's one of several guns that they did. I think another one was a fluid neutralizer, which is basically a water pistol. Right. And then they did about 3 or 4 others, which called the jet immobilizer.
Yeah, didn't we see those in Exeter one? Yeah, we did, didn't we? I thought you had those, George.
I was actually offered. This is about 30 years ago.
Yeah, I remember.
A full set of all these Neutronic Exterminator. And they were about 100 to 150 each, and I turned it down. And
not priceless, but a fortune.
Some of those, the Neutron Exterminator and that, are so rare now.
Yeah.
Again, they're only in high-end collections.
Yeah, incredible.
And you'd pay about £1,200 to £1,500 at least
for one. Yeah. Hindsight, eh? Hindsight.
Yeah.
And little Dalek Rollickins.
Yeah, that's a set of the 3 Dalek Rollickins.
Yeah, they're lovely, aren't they?
The red, black, and silver. Of course, they also did Batman and Robin, and there's World Cup Willie as well.
Yes, yeah. Brilliant. Now we've got some of the painting book here.
Activity books. They did several activity books. That's the Dalek painting books. Got this 2 and 6 on there.
Original price, maybe.
Original
Yeah.
price, maybe.
That's the cover of the annual, isn't it?
Yeah,
I just picked it up.
It's
Yeah.
interestingly, if you go the Dalek World, if you
There it
pick
is.
that one
Yeah.
up there,
Okay.
that one there, you can see if you have a look on the poster again.
Oh, there it is again.
There it
Yeah,
is.
looking to the
So
right.
it looks like Gomez used that as a point of reference.
Yeah. I saw recently on one of the Doctor Who artwork Facebook groups, there's a guy who's got that original artwork.
Has he?
Yeah, the Dalek World artwork, yeah. And it's brilliant. It's lovely. Yeah, fantastic.
Again, it's Walt Harris. Again,
Yeah.
So,
Oh, wow.
Yeah. The next one over, that's paint and draw a film of the Doctor Who and the Daleks with Dr. Puzzle Pictures.
Oh, it's lovely, isn't it, there?
Yeah.
Beautiful.
That's from the Cushing film.
Now, I don't recognise
these are quite
two.
scarce.
Yeah.
2 scarce puzzle books. These don't turn up very often.
No.
Number 1 and number 2. There's also a couple of sticker books which were released at the
Really?
same time,
Yeah.
and they are mega rare.
Right, I can believe it. Now, this one I have seen, but not for ages, the American Dell comic.
Yeah, the Dell comic, that was produced to tie in with the...
This is American, isn't it?
That's right.
Yeah.
To tie in with the movie. It was only one, just a one-off.
Just a one shot, yeah. And then, look at these badges. Well, I recognise the badges.
Yeah,
I don't think I've ever seen them on all the headers before.
Plastoid. Okay, Plaston. Produced a large Dalek badge, a mini Dalek badge. There's a Zarbi with a Venom grub and Menoptera.
Fantastic.
They're all,
those are real minters, aren't
the
they?
Dalek and the Zarbi turn up
Yeah.
fairly regularly. The mini Dalek and the Menoptera less so.
Much scarcer. Yeah. And then another jigsaw here.
Jigsaw. That's one of 5 that they produced.
Yeah.
There's a couple
All very
more
scarce, aren't they? Yeah. Oh, yeah. There's a couple more.
One was actually pulled. It's got a Cardinal in the TARDIS.
Yeah.
And then it's got a Dalek coming in through the door, and they pulled that because it was considered that the TARDIS was a place of safety and shouldn't be invaded by
That's
Dalek.
interesting. Yeah.
So they pulled it and replaced it by another jigsaw called Peace Talks, which I can show you later on.
Okay, fantastic. And what's this one here? I just spotted this on the end. Is this a press book or something?
I'm going to talk to you about that a bit
Okay.
later on because
All right.
you used to own that.
Oh, I didn't have that. I recognise those. I recognise them.
You owned it. So that's worth talking about. We'll pull those out
I
a bit
didn't have the
later.
press book, but I recognise the pictures. I remember doing that many years ago.
You sold me those about 30 years ago.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
Right, so what's this then? We've got some china.
It's just a plate. So they made a bit of crockery at the back. I think it's Weatherby, I think it was. On the back of it, you can pull it out, pick it up if you want.
Oh, yeah.
J.H. Weatherby and Sons, Hanley.
Yeah. Oops.
Try that again.
Yeah, so it's just like a little plate.
Yeah, it's just plate. There was other bits of crockery they did as well at the same time.
And what's this?
Is
Is
just
this
a plastic jar? Again, probably on the bottom will tell who it was. It's, no, it doesn't.
No, just from the time.
This is a bit of a mystery. I've no idea what that is. It's a playing card
Oh yeah, with Hartnell on.
with the Doctor on it. No, I've absolutely no idea of the origins of that. It's just an oddity. That's,
Swappets.
yeah. Probably just over on the other side there. There's.
There's some more. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
There's those Charlie Swappets. The idea was you could mix and match them all.
Mm.
You pull the heads off, pull the bodies apart, all the appendages, and mix them as you wanted. Charlie also did a small little mechanoid there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and behind it is a Hertz mechanoid.
And that's the bigger one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Lovely. And what's this here?
That's a Dalek Skittle. I don't know much about them except that I suppose you bought a few of them together, threw a ball at it or something, and knocked them over.
Yeah.
It's a Dalek Skittle.
Oh, brilliant. And then the friction.
Friction Dalek, those came in black and grey, and that's the original box there and the original.
Yeah. Lovely.
The Paul, of course, you.
Of course, I remember that. Yeah.
Back in the 90s, quite a selection of different colours and whatever.
Yeah. Then another mechanical Dalek.
Yeah, that's the Clockwork
Codeg.
Yeah, again, that was done in blue and black. Lovely. Dalek slippers.
Oh, of course, yes. Just what we needed.
Just what we want, yeah. Just what every young boy or girl would want at the time. Yeah.
Brilliant, yeah, lovely. Nice in the box like that.
Yeah, the artwork, I think, was based on the Radio
Times. Yeah, like you can see, yeah. You can see it.
Yeah, they used that.
God, the little rascals.
Shows how much was actually all...
Yeah, now look at this. Dalek soap.
Dalek soap, yeah, Dalek toilet soap.
Wow.
They came with 3 little soap Daleks in there. And just behind there in the case there is an original survivor.
Wow.
Soap Dalek, yeah.
And this one...
Hertz Dalek.
Wow.
Again, that came in black and grey.
Oh, yeah. We've got the Dalek money box. This is familiar.
Kodak money box.
Yeah. And
then behind it are 3 other little money boxes. Now, I think they were made by Playmore.
Mm.
Basically, it's a sort of knockoff, I think, or to cash in on the series.
Yeah, just of like a police box. Yeah.
Yeah, I think they came bagged with header cards. And I think it was 4 at the time.
4 different ones. Yeah.
I think there's a red one. Of course, there's green, yellow, and blue there.
Right.
But I've yet to find a red one. So,
something to look for.
Yeah.
And then 3 Marks ones.
There's the first issue in the yellow box there.
Yeah.
64. And they came in silver. I think it was silver, black, and a gold one, which I've come across. And the later issues in the red box, in black and silver.
Cool stuff. Right, then underneath, well, some of this...
There's card sets.
Yeah, we'll go along and we've got the sort of the appropriate annuals as well at the bottom, so we'll double team it, as it were. So, yeah, so that's the small 60s Sky Ray, isn't it?
Yeah, you've already done those with Andy.
Yeah.
So, a while back.
Yeah, fantastic.
And
then the sweet cigarette box.
That's one of them, yeah, that's one of the 2.
Oh, yeah, there's a couple of different sorts.
One on the backs has a rocket on it, and the other has a planet. And
you lent me your annuals about a year ago, didn't you?
That's right, yeah.
Which are already up on the channel on those.
Yeah, yeah.
And there's your early. So these are the 60s paperbacks, but I see some interesting singles here. Wow. I'm going to spend my Christmas with a Dalek.
Yeah, that was by the Go-Go's. Now, they were a short-lived Newcastle band in the 1960s, 6-piece, and as far as I'm aware, it's the only single they ever released, and it's one of the earliest from Christmas 1964.
Yeah,
and it's truly horrendous.
Yeah,
and never troubled the charts at all.
No,
so it's fairly scarce in its picture sleeve.
Awesome, and that's the Century 21 one,
Dalek,
which is great, isn't it?
Yeah,
yeah, and the original theme tune as well.
Yeah, I believe the soundtrack it was taken from The Chase.
Yeah. And while we're here, we'll look at the lovely, all the 60s annuals, Daleks.
Yeah.
And the Who ones. Once again, you'll run a Radio Times, which once again we did feature a couple of years ago, didn't we? I'll link to these in the description down below so people can see them. But then on to the original hardbacks, the 3 books.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, the
very nice
hardbacks. The first edition is in the pink.
Right. And the reprint is grey. Yeah.
And the second impression is the grey.
Yeah, very very scarce.
Yeah, they're very scarce. They're getting quite valuable these days. You know, a mid-grade copy is probably about 250 quid these days.
Yeah, absolutely.
High-end copy. 500 plus.
Yeah, the Who hardbacks in general are expensive, aren't they?
They are, yeah.
And then the Super 8 films, don't see those anymore, do you?
No,
I used to see them around back in the day.
From the film.
Right, yeah.
Walton, they produced a lot of these.
Yeah. And people would have a projector and
that's right,
play them at home.
All before VHS and all before DVD, obviously. But they were very popular, the Walton films.
Absolutely amazing. Well, I think we'll pull a few choice items and have a closer look on the table, all right? Brilliant then. So here is that larger Cutamastic, George.
Yeah, so let's take a look inside.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is what you got. It's basically comprised of 3 polystyrene sheets.
Wow.
There you go, you got various Daleks and that there.
Yeah.
On the other side we have spacemen, and there's one in the middle. I don't know what that is because it's sealed.
Oh yeah, so we'll leave that best
leave
sealed
that there.
So that's the good side. And look at all the Daleks you got to cut out.
That's right, yeah. Basically, you had this little hot wire cutter,
Yeah.
a piece of wire which went across it,
Yeah.
and you connected it up.
I was going to say, to a little battery
to
there.
a little battery, which is still there after
Wow,
all this
ever
time.
ready.
It's quite hardened. You can't use it. It's,
No. Long since
yeah.
died a death, that
Yeah.
one. But yeah.
And the idea was you went round with a cutter, cut out the Daleks, and then you have a paintbrush, paints.
Oh,
and
right. You can
colour.
paint them as well.
That's right, yeah. And there is some special adhesive because, as you're probably aware, with polystyrene,
Yeah.
certain glues do actually melt.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, fantastic.
So yeah, so
I mean, that. Wow. How many have survived?
this is it.
Can't
There's
be
probably
many.
very few now.
Oh, that's amazing. And when did you pick this one up? Do
This
you
one
remember?
I picked up back in the probably late 80s, early 90s.
Yeah. I suppose that was
I
the
thought I
time
actually
together,
bought it
wasn't
from
Mid-80s,
an old friend of ours, Peter Rice,
Pete, yeah.
who had
Yeah.
a shop, Destiny One, in Exeter. Sadly, Pete's long gone now.
Yeah.
But, he had a fantastic shop, and he used to deal with a lot of vintage toys and that.
Yeah.
And I actually bought that one off him.
Yeah, yeah. He
Yeah,
liked his
way back
Dalek
then.
stuff, but he was an Anderson specialist, wasn't he? That was his real love.
He had fantastic knowledge of stuff.
Yeah, yeah. I remember trips to his place in the 80s and 90s.
That's right, yeah.
Fantastic. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
but so one from Pete.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
So it's a
brilliant.
lovely, colourful toy. I remember seeing one of these in a toy shop back in 1965 in one of the Plymouth High Streets.
Yeah.
And I hoped I would get it for Christmas, but
Did it not happen?
no, I think I got a Lego set or something.
Oh, well, fair enough.
But
Even so, yeah, an incredibly nice
problem
item.
with this, of course, is once you had cut out everything, painted them, stood up the Daleks, it was pretty much redundant.
That's it.
So you were left with the
yeah.
hot wire cutter and the battery and that was about it. So a lot of them just got thrown away.
Just
I'd
skipped,
imagine,
yeah. And
afterwards.
they didn't make any like extra sets or anything you could use.
No, the other Cutamastic set that they did do
the
was
small
it was a Stingray one.
All right, yeah.
Toys, which I've got as well somewhere.
Right,
And,
oh, brill.
that's the only two, and of course in 1966 they've brought a smaller version
That's
out.
it, yeah, brilliant, yeah.
I won't bother opening it up. I've
So it's
actually
just a
wrapped
smaller
it up.
version of pretty
It's
much
a smaller
the same.
version
Yeah.
of that, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. In fact, talking about how you wrap them up, so is it in florist
It's
wrap?
actually, it's just basically flower wrap. But I find that it sort of keeps the damp and the dust off.
Absolutely.
And it
yeah.
does sort of enhance it away.
Absolutely, yeah. Yeah. I guess, we see a lot of stuff at the shows these days and they've been encapsulated or graded or put into like acrylic cases. And,
Yeah, well, that's the way to do
same
it
sort
these
of thing,
days. isn't it?
yeah.
I think these would look great in some of the acrylic cases.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Well, they're just display pieces.
Yeah.
They're superb.
Unfortunately, most of my collection is all boxed up because I don't really have the room to.
Like most collectors, we haven't got enough space for our stuff, have we?
Yeah,
That
you
is
always
the
need
problem.
more. That's it.
Yeah.
You don't want to be sort of living amongst your collections. So
No,
unfortunately,
no,
most
it's
of mine
true.
is in storage.
Yeah, well, we've both got wives, haven't we?
That-
They're tolerant, but not that tolerant.
yeah.
Oh, brilliant. Well, yeah, no, awesome
Okay.
piece. Dalek Oracle.
Yes, the Dalek
Right.
Oracle, produced
Okay.
by Bell Toys again. Let's take a look inside this one then.
Yeah.
So, again, it's a variation on our old friend, the Magic Robot. Now,
Yes, yeah.
I'm sure a lot of viewers from the 60s and 70s will remember having these or having a friend that had one.
Indeed, yeah. I did have a magic robot. I think I've seen it in your collection. Probably one of the last that they made, probably about 1979 or 80 was
That's
mine.
right, yeah. There's several variations on the
Yeah.
box artwork. This is one of the earliest ones, you can tell from the...
Of course,
This
that's,
is the
that's the
third
way to
edition.
date it, yeah.
Yeah.
My robot, I think, looked the same. Vaguely remember him looking the same.
Let's have a look in there. And there you
Ah,
go.
there we
That's
are,
the old
yeah.
Magic Robot there. And the idea was, it's a clever little toy actually. It all
Yeah.
works on magnets. And the idea was you put the robot in the in this little groove.
Yeah.
You switched him around. And there you are, there. Jules. What is the stretch of water separating Russia and Alaska?
Is it? It's a C. I'm looking at the answers there. I'm going to say the Bering Strait.
Okay, so we ask the robot, and he spins round.
Look at that, the
Bering
Bering
Strait,
Strait.
that's
Yeah,
it.
there you go. Geography was
So-
never my strong point either.
There you go. That's the
So that's how it works in principle.
yeah. So the Dalek Oracle is actually the same.
Ah,
sort of
yeah,
thing.
look
So
at that. Yeah.
And again, let's get the
A
instructions.
little instruction booklet,
Yeah.
fantastic.
It's got more educational stuff, but
Yeah.
this one is actually all
Dalek
questions.
specific,
Yeah.
right.
Let
That's
me
cool.
say,
Yeah.
how did the Daleks build their fighting machines? Place them on the mirror. Well, I thought beams,
Thought
apparently.
beams, right, okay.
As we all know. So, yeah, it's...
That's a
again,
nice Dalek model,
this
isn't
was,
it?
This
actually?
one was...
Yeah.
The Merit Toys actually produced that,
Mhm.
the magic robot, and it was Bell Toys that.
So
produced
they
that.
sort of copied the idea.
Yeah, they got away with it.
Wow,
So,
I bet Merritt must have been
yeah,
really
yeah.
cheesed off about that, but
Yeah.
maybe Bell had the license, I guess.
Obviously,
Got the license to do it.
So there you go, Dalek Oracle versus Magic Robot. First
Fantastic.
here.
Yeah, there we are. Okay, so the fabled Give a Show projector.
Give a Show projector. Yeah, this is the 1965 Chad Valley Doctor Who Give a Show projector.
Another
we got-
huge item. There's
So the
Arnold.
first Doctor, around
Yeah.
the TARDIS, and a Zarbi TARDIS, and a few Daleks on there. Now looking inside, this is what it came with.
Ah, yeah.
112 coloured slides, 16 stories,
Wow.
such as On the Planet Vortis.
Yeah. Oh, that's
And,
good.
yeah, basically it was, you get this little projector here, which took batteries.
Yeah. And it's got like a light in,
yeah,
a bulb or
and
something.
You could feed the strips through there and
Yeah.
project them onto a wall, or I think in my case, when I was younger, my mother gave me a bed sheet or something, or
Oh, yeah, that would be the same, yeah.
to pin up on the wall to use as a screen.
Oh,
But,
fantastic.
yeah, I remember having one of these when I was, for my birthday
Yeah.
when I was younger.
Yeah, I had one as a kid. I had the Tom and Jerry one.
Oh yeah, Tom
which
and
I have
Jerry one.
since looked up.
Yeah.
And I think it's a really easy one to get. But that was like 1974, 75, so they went on
That'll be
quite a
one of the
while.
last ones that
Yeah.
was produced.
Yeah, I remember it quite well.
They did a Star Wars one as well, I believe.
They do, yeah. I have the French version of it.
Ah,
I have a
right, yeah.
Meccano
Guerre
one.
des
Yeah,
Étoiles.
Guerre des Étoiles, yeah. I haven't got
Yeah.
the British or American, but I got a French one of this one. But,
And this was a really big seller for Chad Valley, and it was actually available between 1965 and 69.
well, quite a while then.
Yeah. So you see them quite regularly. I mean, if you went on eBay now, you'd probably find
One
three
or
or
two,
four
yeah, really, yeah.
for sale.
Yeah,
But
interesting.
the thing is, they always list them as 1965, but it could be anything, 66, 7, 8, or 9.
Yeah. Yeah, and of course, all the stuff we're looking at today is pre 1970.
Yeah, everything is. It's the first two Doctors and
Cool. Yeah.
So yeah.
Although that doesn't, you do collect later eras, of course. Don't you?
Yeah. I've got a big collection from the 70s and 80s.
Absolutely.
More so, and then a great deal of stuff from the Tennant and Smith era.
Yeah.
But,
Absolutely. But this is just so great to see, isn't it? Because it's not stuff you see all the time.
no, I mean all of this stuff now is getting scarcer, and
Yeah.
the demand for it is outstripping supply, and it's driving the prices up.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's what
on all
causes it,
this.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. When you look at it now, it's all approaching nearly 60 years old.
Yeah. Yeah.
This year is 58 years old. You know,
Yeah.
so.
And I always liken this to this is why Star Wars is hot, is because there's new product coming out, and it's new people are coming into the hobby and starting to collect it. And same with Doctor Who, we've got lots of new Doctor Who on the way now. It could
60th
explode,
anniversary.
with 6th anniversary and it moving to Disney.
Disney Plus.
You could see, it could go bananas. Who knows, But yeah, seeing this early stuff is just incredible, absolutely incredible. And this was a classic piece, wasn't it? Really iconic.
Absolutely,
the Doctor Who Give a Show projector.
Yeah. It was so popular that the Dalek slides and that they incorporated into some compilation. Here's a couple that I've pulled out.
So this has got some like Thunderbirds.
That's right. Yeah, you got
Stingray,
Popeye, Stingray, Troy Tempest on there, and even Winnie the Pooh's on there.
Right. And so it would have had one strip with a Dalek story on. Yeah.
It's a bit of a mixture. Wizard of Oz, William Tell from the 1950s TV series, Supercar Jerry Anderson.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
And of course, another one here. This is another one, which
another one.
the Daleks there. And again, we got Fireball XO5. There's Steve Zodiac. supercar in there.
That's lovely, isn't it? Yeah. And, not many bits of merchandise where they're all together, I wouldn't have thought.
No, there aren't.
All those properties.
I say there's a number of these compilations. This is just one. There's several. There's others with Hartnell.
Is there really?
Yeah. Just.
And you have got, you think, about 30 different
I've probably got at least
projectors,
30 different Givershow projectors. So that make a video.
That'd be one in itself, would it, getting all them out?
Yeah, I mean, I've got a TV series. I've got Stingray, Thunderbirds, Joe 90. There's also compilations of Thunderbirds and Stingray. And such. But
awesome.
That would make a sort of video on its own.
Absolutely, yeah. Oh, brilliant stuff. Yeah, I love the Givershow projectors. So the Dodge the Daleks game.
Yeah, this is basically just a board game, simple cup and dice, and 4 little counters which you move around the board, and it's quite simple, but it's got quite nice artwork to it all.
Yeah, it's really nice. Yeah, I mean, like you say, these games are fairly straightforward, but it's the sort of thing that could have been produced quite quickly and quite cheaply.
Made by Kodak.
Yeah.
They also did the mechanical Dalek.
No, it's really nice, and the artwork. Yeah, I mean, they use the they do use the actual Daleks quite a bit, don't they? In the artwork and that.
Yeah. Again,
but no
sign of the Doctor or anything on that.
More like a generic guy with the with some companions. That's lovely. They capture a robot man. Yeah. And there we are. But that was very typical. Nice inner though with the Daleks as well, though. Yeah.
They do turn up fairly from time to time.
Yeah.
Anyway, so they're not mega rare, but
no, even so, it's a really nice item and a nice display piece again as well.
I guess it would have sold quite well at the time because so many seem to have survived.
Yeah, no, lovely.
And being a board game, of course, people tend to keep board games.
That's true, yeah. Pull them out at Christmas, maybe.
That's right, yeah.
Okay then, George, so we brought down some of your expansive Dalek collection here, and we'll sort of work our way through bit by bit. So what have we got first then?
Right, okay, so these are the Marx Daleks.
Yeah.
Issued in 1964 and 65. Battery operated Daleks. Again, you put the batteries in and they ran around, and the lights on the top here flashed. I don't know if these are still working or not, because I don't know if you can get the batteries for these anymore.
Of course, yeah. There's probably a way around it, I suppose. But
they would have taken sort of circular batteries. And
right.
Yeah.
And did they come in different colours?
Yeah, there was a silver, black, and there's a gold version, I believe.
Oh, yeah,
which I've never actually come across. Surprisingly.
It's the gold one. Nice boxes though, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. Lovely artwork on these.
Fantastic. So we put
battery operated with amazing robot action. Made by Louis Marx and Co. Swansea.
Right. And these were the ones that were re-released, weren't they?
That's right. Yeah. DePaul re-released those.
Yeah. Cool.
And we'll show a few of those.
Oh yeah, well, when we've maybe gone through these, we'll pull the DePaul ones out, because I remember us selling those back in the day.
That's right.
It was long.
Perhaps we can get one moving around.
In the 90s, yeah, that'd be cool. That would be cool. All right, bro. So what's next?
Okay, so next we'll take a look at the...
we got this, which is the...
Let's pull the soap over.
This was the Dalek shampoo soap.
Yeah, made by Scorpion Automotives. Now, they were the ones that produced the Dalek dressing up costume, of which very few survived.
Yeah. So is that what would have been in there?
Yeah, that's right. It contained 3 little soaps like that, and there you go, it's a surviving soap Dalek.
The Doctor's greatest enemy.
It's one way to get the kids in the bath, you know.
Wow, yeah, look at that.
Yeah.
And that's that. It's like sealed, so that's how they would have come then.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Wow,
Stone's original.
I have to ask, how did you get that one? Where did
Again,
that come out?
it was just one I picked up at a show, you know, over the years. Yeah.
Well, we used to go to many shows, didn't we? And I was one of those.
There are, I've seen ones complete with all 3 soaps.
Really?
But you're looking like £200 plus for a complete one with all 3 surviving soaps.
It's again quite interesting artwork.
Yeah, nice artwork again.
Yeah. Oh, fantastic. Okay, now we've got some smaller items here. Now these are...
Right, now these are
Swappets? Yeah.
Swappets, yeah.
And you have a good selection. There's 6 different ones.
Half a dozen different ones there. Again, they all came in all different colours. And
Yeah.
the idea was you could pull them apart and swap the appendages and do all sorts with them.
And how were these sold? Were
I
they
think
just
they were sold loose, yeah.
All right, okay. I don't know if that was broken there.
It is now.
Oh, yeah. Was that glued? Yeah, possibly glued in, yeah.
Just come on. Yeah.
But I remember when we had the shop, we had lots and lots of these, but they weren't. They were usually hammered, weren't they?
Yeah, that's right. I mean,
bits and stuff.
They do turn up. They are fairly common.
They do look like little cereal prizes almost,
yeah,
don't they? You know,
yeah.
But for retailing, do you think they were just all in a box and you went into the shop and picked them up that way?
Yeah,
do you
I think they were probably sold loose, in a box.
Right.
I don't remember ever seeing an actual box for them. So,
No.
At any stage, so they were probably just sold loose.
And they wouldn't have been too expensive, would they? I wouldn't have thought.
No, I don't know.
Careful with that one.
Yeah, I would imagine they've been a shilling or something like that.
A shilling.
Old money or something.
Shilling and old money, yeah.
Old money, yeah.
And then I see you've got some rollickins.
Yeah, Dalek Rollickins.
Now, those I am
set of
familiar with.
3, yeah.
Can you pull them over?
Yeah, certainly, yeah.
I do remember those because once again we had
Black
the
one.
Product Enterprise re-releases,
That's right.
didn't we?
They released them towards the end of the 90s, early 2000s.
That's right.
And they did
get these
quite
in focus.
Quite a number of them. The Product
those,
Enterprise ones are slightly larger
Right.
than these. I do have quite a selection of the.
I think we pretty much had them all, didn't we, in the shop?
There were some limited ones that they did for conventions, I think battlefield conventions, and I think there was a Christmas special one or something.
Really?
Yeah.
But that was the three main colours for the Rollickins.
Yeah, that's right. Those are the 3 originals. And there's also, at the time, Mark's Rollickins, they did Batman and Robin, which I haven't got, but I know Andy has, so perhaps he'd like to show it at some stage. And this was World Cup Willie from the 1966 World Cup.
There we are, look at that.
Yeah. He was the mascot for the England World Cup squad.
Yeah, absolutely. And there he is. Yeah, so it's just a little ball bearing in there, isn't it?
Yeah. Just spin him around. And, But all good fun.
Yeah, brilliant. And like I say, the only ones missing there is just a Batman and Robin.
Batman and Robin, that's the only other ones I know that they did.
Oh, they are really nice.
Possibly they did more.
Oh no, they're great. Yeah. And I see towards the back there we got a couple of other Daleks. If we can reach those, Jules. Yeah.
This is a friction Dalek, again made by Marx.
Okay.
And basically just moves along like that. And they came in silver and black.
And the black.
2 versions. Again, lovely box artwork.
Very, very nice indeed, yeah. That's awesome, isn't it? Friction Drive. Yeah. Scarce one to get these days?
Yeah,
again, they all are, aren't they?
DePaul did quite a number of those.
Right.
Do you remember selling them in the shop?
I don't actually, the Friction Drive one. I don't remember selling them.
Yeah, they all came in different colours.
Yeah.
And variations.
They weren't carded, were they?
They came on cards.
Maybe that's why. Yeah. I remember seeing some carded Daleks now, but even those are 25 years ago.
Yeah, I know. Perhaps I do have a selection of those. I think I've got most of them. So maybe, in a future video we can pull those out and have a look at those.
All right, yeah.
Or some of the DePaul box sets and stuff.
Yeah, I know. I mean, you got most of it, didn't you, at the time?
At the time, yeah, I did, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, some of the box sets are getting quite difficult to find.
I would imagine, yeah. I mean, we had most of them in the shop, didn't we, I think, at one point. Okay, and then we got this one here, the mechanical
Dalek, yeah, the Kodak one.
Okay.
There he is.
Get him over this way, yeah. I'll pop him in here. So this was a clockwork one.
Yeah, you wound him up and he basically just moved around and they came in blue and black. There's a black version as well.
All right. Just to add a bit of insult to injury for the collector. they need 2.
2, yeah. And of course,
the box.
I think it was Product Enterprise reissued that one.
Right.
But later in a slightly smaller box, which I've got somewhere.
Yeah.
And you do see the reissue around quite
a bit, yeah.
And things,
Oh no, that's cool.
There's this one here, which is the money box.
Ah, yes.
It's simple, just a simple money box, but again, quite a nice Dalek.
Yeah, it's nicely designed, that one, isn't it? Yeah. So once again, just that most of these you put the appendages in separately, didn't you?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Just for the
There we are.
there's a slot to keep your money in.
Keep your pennies in.
Wouldn't be able to keep very much in there.
Okay. So yeah, the nursery Dalek.
Yeah, nursery toys. This one's complete with its header card, and it's got the appendages at the bottom there.
Right. So when it says nursery,
Yeah, it's aimed obviously at the young kids, but
right.
it's quite a big chunky
It's a big
thing.
one. It's
Plastic,
the biggest one almost, isn't it,
Yeah,
that we've seen
yeah.
today?
And quite scarce with its original header card.
Absolutely, yeah. Yeah. And then what's the other bagged one next
This
to it?
one here, actually, there's another one. Just
Oh, okay,
put in
yeah.
there while
This is the
This
Skittle,
is the
yeah?
Skittle, yeah. No, again, I'm not really sure a lot about them, but it looks from the base and that they, you just set them all up.
And roll a ball or something, yeah?
I guess, yeah.
Wow.
But again, they're fairly scarce.
I would imagine. Yeah, I would imagine. And there's 16 in the set.
As far as I'm aware, it's the only colour they did. I don't think they did. Okay, no.
And then what's that one?
This one, is that
this
one?
is yeah. This is
Beware, Earthman, I am a Dalek.
Hertz.
Plastic Motors, Hearts, or Hertfordshire. Which is Hearts or Hertz. But,
yeah.
again, that came in the silvery grey and black version
It's
as well.
got all its bits. And there's a couple of these as well. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. So
Okay.
for the collector,
Very delicate.
the
Yeah.
vintage collector, it's you've got a lot.
There's lots there.
Lot to track down. Yeah.
Now we got some mechanoids.
Yeah.
here.
Now this one there again, Hearts one is it's worth looking at the same
Yeah.
time. That's from the chase.
Yeah.
The Doctor Who serial The Chase, and Mechanoids, as you know, just appeared in the last 2 episodes. But
Yeah.
they clearly produced these thinking they were going to be as big
As the Daleks.
as Beware Dalek. I will fight you. Very frightening. But they didn't sell terribly well. They do still crop up, on eBay now, mainly loose ones. And
Yeah, I can
with the
imagine.
bits and that missing.
Yeah.
But it's a bagged example.
Very nice. And you've got a smaller bag.
Smaller one, yeah. Cherry Toys. Again, they tried to cash in on it. And again, I think these came in various different colours as well.
Yeah.
And that wasn't particularly a great seller for
No.
them. So, and to the right there, Jules,
Yeah.
they brought this in, which is now Cherry repurposed it and turned it into a space pod and put some of their astronauts.
There we are. Look at that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this was really the unsold toy that they've
Yes,
just
basically,
reboxed
I
it.
think
Yeah.
so. Yeah, I don't think
Into
it's
like a little.
Again, this is
sort of
quite
gift
scarce,
set.
but though it's not actually a Doctor Who product, you
No.
can see what they actually
You
did
can
with
see it. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
Is this still 60s? Is it?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. There you go. Astronauts on the
there we
back
are.
there.
That's the other ones,
Cherry
yeah.
Toys, of course. Cowboys, Indians, not very politically correct these days.
No.
But, covered wagons, castles, forts.
But yeah, the astronauts. With
yeah. So that's the set.
there we are. How incredible. So not quite Doctor Who, but definitely
But
related.
it's related, yeah.
Yeah, definitely related. Oh, fantastic. Awesome. Right, so this is the re-released.
Yeah, from
DePaul
DePaul.
ones,
They
yeah.
re-released these, and I think it was in the late 90s they came out. And the artwork's based on the original box.
Yeah.
And this time they came in black, silver, gold, and red as well.
Right. Were the originals in this? What colours were the original ones?
The originals were black, silver, and a gold one as well.
Right, so the red is the new one, yeah.
Yeah.
I see, and they released them as, well, they said limited editions,
That's
didn't
right,
they?
yeah,
And
yeah.
they were like handwritten on the back,
Yeah.
weren't they? 2,500.
Yeah, 2,500 of each. This says that one there for
5664.
5664. Sounds odd, but
Yeah.
it was 2,500 of each.
Of each colour,
Yeah.
right. So
Yeah.
pretty scarce, I'm
10,000.
imagining, today.
Yeah, I mean, even now they're, you see them around. They're about 75 quid. They're
Really?
currently
Yeah.
going for. They're getting almost as expensive as the originals these days.
Oh, that's brilliant. Oh, they're lovely. They do look great all lined up, don't they?
Yeah.
They're really good.
I've got put batteries in one of them, so we'll see if it's...
All right, well, I know they're a bit manic, so maybe we'll clear the decks and get the battery one out.
That sounds like a plan.
Okay, George, you brought some of your records out here. So
we'll
what
take
have
a
we
look
got?
at some of the 60s releases.
Yeah.
Now, this was the Doctor Who theme, which was released at the beginning of 1964.
Oh, yeah.
It's the Delia Derbyshire arrangement.
Yeah.
From the Hartnell era. This is the first pressing of the single. Now,
Right.
it came on the Decca label.
Yeah.
And you can tell that, and this is a later pressing, you can tell the early pressings had an arched Decca label
Right, yeah.
on there.
And that's got
that's got a boxed Decca label, and this was still available up to the early 70s.
Really, yeah.
When it was superseded by the Pertwee theme.
Right, understood, right.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. So, yeah, and nice.
Yeah.
Only ever had a company sleeve, though, yeah? Not a
That's
picture
right.
sleeve, yeah.
No picture sleeves. Back then, virtually all the sleeves were all company sleeves.
What's on the B-side, then?
It's,
Brenda and Johnny.
Yeah, I don't know who they were.
This
I've
can't
no
be
idea.
love. Is it the same on both? Yeah, it is, yeah.
This can't be love. I've never ever played it, to be perfectly
Well,
honest.
I don't blame you.
So,
Brenda and Johnny.
perhaps I will after this, just to see what it's like.
Yeah,
But,
absolutely.
there was another version done by Eric Winston, which I think just pipped coming out before them. Eric Winston's version is on the Pi record label now. I've got that somewhere. I think it's with my other main singles that I've
Right.
got. But that one I think just came out just slightly before this one. So.
Right. Oh, there you go. Well, that's
Yeah.
the official one.
Now let's take a look again at this. I'm going to spend my Christmas with a Dalek.
Yeah.
A bit more
okay.
close up.
Okay.
So there you go. It's
Oriole.
that's on the Oriole record label.
yeah.
No,
The Go-Go's.
the Go-Go's. Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
As you can see, the picture sleeve looks like it's been the Dalek's been stuck on there or something. And it's,
you're right now.
sleeve is actually quite scarce itself, but apparently I think they were a six-piece Newcastle band, very short-lived. As far as I'm aware, this was the only release.
And was it sort of unofficial? They couldn't have really got away with it, saying, using the word Dalek.
I
suppose.
don't
how did
know.
they-
It's
But you say it didn't really chart. Or
it
do
never
much,
charted
no.
at all. In fact, none of the singles that released Doctor Who related charted until 1978 when Mankind did their
the
disco
one.
version.
Yeah, I remember.
That was the
yeah.
first one that actually made the charts.
Wow.
And then I think the only other one to chart was the KLF as the Time Lords.
Oh yeah,
Doctor in the TARDIS,
Yeah.
which was in 1987.
Absolutely.
I think.
Yeah. What about Ian Levine's one? What was that again? Doctor in Distress.
That was dreadful, wasn't it?
It was pretty dreadful. It was pretty dreadful.
Have you ever seen the video of it?
I have actually.
It's
Yeah.
awful, isn't it?
Still, it was all in a good
Yeah,
cause,
I
wasn't
don't
it?
think that one.
It didn't chart either.
Chart
no.
either.
No.
Yeah.
What's it? That big A. What does that A mean?
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
This is a demo version. Now this is the eccentric Doctor Who by the Malcolm Lockyer Orchestra,
Right.
and it's actually the theme from the Doctor Who and the Daleks film.
Oh, right, which is
And
great.
this is a demo copy of it.
Daleks and
Thals on the other
back,
side. Yeah.
Oh, that's it. Well, that's a great piece of music, actually.
Yeah,
The music is what also makes those
And,
great films.
At the same time, for the 1966 film, we have Bill McGuffey and Fugue for Thought, and that was the theme tune to the 1966 Dalek Invasion of Earth.
Right.
So,
Wow.
Again, these are
Wowee.
fairly scarce. I mean, they
I
sell
bet.
like £70 to £100 each.
Really?
These singles.
Really?
Yeah.
I can believe it. I believe it. Oh, lovely to have.
Yeah. This one here, Landing of the Daleks by the Earthlings, whoever the Earthlings were. I have no idea.
Right.
But this came out and the BBC banned it because it has in it an SOS code. A message warning that the Earth that the Daleks are about to invade. And it's all done in Morse code.
Right.
And of course, the BBC wouldn't play it because it might have interfered with shipping lanes or something like that.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
they pulled,
blimey.
and I think it was re-released, and they pulled the Morse code out off
Right.
it. Yeah.
Wow.
So there you go, Landing of
That's
the
the
Daleks
original
and
one.
March of the Robots. Yeah, that's a demo
Wow.
version of it.
Wowee. The Earthlings.
Yeah. Of course, the Daleks EP. Now this is 21
yeah.
minutes of adventure. I think
brilliant,
it's taken
yeah.
from The Chase. It's just a soundtrack from there.
I love
And this
these.
is part of the Century 21 mini albums. Now they
Yeah.
did about 40 of these. And speaking to Andy, I think he's planning on doing one video of all.
Well, yeah,
all of them.
he says he still hasn't got the set.
I think he's missing one or two or something. he
Yeah,
said.
but you've got a fair few, haven't you,
I've got
George?
about half of them. Yeah,
Right,
yeah.
right. Yeah, I mean, I'd love to do a series on them.
Yeah.
Of course, we won't be able to play anything because it's all copyright, but it'd still be lovely to
that's the
see,
problem, isn't it? Yeah,
to actually look at the sleeves in there.
They are. They all came in great picture sleeves.
Yeah, that's the real attraction.
Yeah.
Did they do any albums that size?
Yes,
Ah,
they
right.
not the Daleks, but they did
Some
on
of the other
Thunderbirds
Andersons,
and such. Yeah. Yeah.
Brilliant. And there's another one there. then,
Right. Yeah, this is from TV Century 21 from
Yeah.
the comic, and this one has a theme to Doctor Who, and it's
Aha.
again this one's got the Eric Winston Orchestra version on it.
Right. Interesting.
Oh, there you go, mono,
Yeah.
5 shillings. That's what it probably cost in the day.
Wow.
Okay, and then another one here from the 60s is Fraser Hines.
Ah, yes. This is probably the best one of the songs and stuff, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's not actually that bad a song.
Fraser Hines, obviously, he played Jamie, as we
Yeah.
know. And
Who's Doctor Who? Yeah,
who's
and
Doctor Who and
Punch and Judy Man.
Man, yeah.
And this didn't chart.
No, it didn't chart either. You know, of course, Fraser Hines then was actually a bit of a pin-up boy,
Yeah,
in the
absolutely,
girls' magazines and that. And he recorded and released this, but
That's a
didn't actually
shame.
do anything.
Yeah.
There are a few other singles which are quite scarce from the time. There's
Yeah.
Dance of the Daleks by Jack Dorsey and his orchestra, which I've never seen a copy of. And Roberta Tovey, who played Susan in the
Yeah.
film, she released
She
a
did
single
one.
called Who's Who.
I think I've heard, but I've never seen the record.
Yeah. And also another one, Don Harper's Homo Electronicus did a version of Doctor Who as well. Again, another single I've never come across.
And what CD is that you're holding there, George? Yeah.
Yes, if you want to get all these novelty
Records.
hits on
Yeah.
there, they released them on a CD
There
there,
we are.
featuring Fraser Hines,
And the John Pertwee
some,
one. Yeah.
Roberta Tovey, the Earthlings. the
And I
track
recognise a
listing.
little bit of that artwork
Yeah,
there.
that's been taken
Yeah.
from the Dodger Daleks
Which
game.
we saw earlier.
Yeah. There you go. We got Jill Kerr's on there, and
Oh, yeah.
from
Excellent.
And, yeah.
And
So you've
where-
got Doctor Who
you just jump
theme,
on
Eric
there,
Winston, the Go-Go's, Earthlings, Jack Dorsey, Roberta Tovey.
There
Got
they
some of the
were,
B-sides of the singles on there as well.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Ah, yeah, really, really good.
And John Pertwee as well, they put on there.
Yeah.
As well, who's the Doctor,
Yeah.
which was on the Purple record label.
I remember.
Label.
Yeah, brilliant.
Deep Purple. It's Deep Purple's record label. How he ended up on their label, I don't know.
Well, that could be a theme for the 70s Doctor Who.
And at the same
you got
time,
one more, yeah?
CDs there, so probably worth mentioning.
Oh,
the
yeah.
film.
So that's both soundtracks.
Yeah.
Never seen this one before.
And also, it's just been re-released on vinyl as Doctor Who and the Daleks as a record store day,
Oh yeah.
and I think they sell for about £50 now.
Already, yeah.
It's
Wow.
limited release on vinyl.
Yeah. Lovely. Very, very nice. Right, so we saw them earlier in the video.
Yeah.
and this
Now,
is,
do you remember these?
I do, yes. I told you the story about how I got them, and viewers of my book-related videos may have seen or heard the story before, but this was probably over 30 years ago now, wasn't it? It was the early 90s, and I actually wrote to Peter Cushing when he was in an actor's nursing home in the late 80s.
Wow.
Back then, one of my hobbies was writing off to stars. You'd write to their agents and try and get signed pictures back. And a friend of mine gave me Peter Cushing's address, and he said, just send some stuff off. I did it. And I mean, incredible, really. I took a bit of a punt, but I think it was one of the issues, like number 61, something like that, of the Doctor Who magazine.
Right.
They did a special on the Dalek movies. So I got my copy of that, and I cut the pictures out, and I mounted them with Pritt stick just on these bits of cardboard. Sent a load of them away, along with the Star Wars card with him as Grand Moff Tarkin, a Pan book which I've still got with the man who finally died. He was on the front cover, and my autograph book as well. And there was like loads of those. There's probably about 10 or so of pictures. And less than a week later, the whole lot came back signed. I was absolutely amazed. I put in a stamped addressed envelope, so you just had to sign it and send it back. But I was absolutely gobsmacked by it, and how amazing is that? So that's a couple of survivors from that period.
Genuine autographs.
Absolutely,
He's got a very distinctive.
Oh, it's super. Yeah, I mean, on all the ones that I've got left, he's got the little dedication saying, "May all God's blessings be with you." I think they're dated possibly 90.
I do have a paperback with him, and he had some
he's
sort
got
of
that
religious.
in it, he did get quite religious towards the end. But that's where they came from, so they're definitely genuine. This one here, it wasn't from me.
I thought it was from you.
No, but I think what it is, it's almost like a page from a press kit. So this may have had some photos with it at some point, but it's definitely it's all thick paper, and it's got the plot on the back there. I think that's like an early, almost like a press kit of some sort. That's what I think that one is.
Okay.
Right, so we got this one out, of course, because Kennedy was assassinated on Saturday, November 23rd.
It was 22nd of November.
Oh, God, it was the day before, wasn't it? Yeah. But all the news dominated it.
Texas, that's right. It was the big news. And of course, that was the first day that Doctor Who was transmitted.
That's right. And we got the TV
this
page.
This is an original copy of the Daily Mirror from Saturday.
From the day after,
Saturday,
the
November
Saturday.
20, and it mentions on the BBC TV Doctor Who science fiction series.
There we are, just
An
there.
Unearthly Child starring William Hartnell.
Incredible.
Yeah.
And
sandwiched between Grandstand, which was the sports of the day, and the Telegoons.
yes.
Which was a puppet series based on the Goons.
And because a lot of people were just watching the news, it was repeated the following week.
That's
wasn't
right.
It?
Yeah,
they just did it again.
It was bound to affect the
viewing figures.
Viewing figures somewhat. So An Earthly Child was transmitted with the second episode. Was it Cave of Skulls? Is it?
Right.
From there,
yeah.
The following week on November the 30th.
Wow.
So, no, I do actually remember watching.
You remember it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic!
I'm young enough to remember.
Right then, so we got some comics to look through now, and you pulled out the ones with sort of Doctor Who interest.
Doctor Who and comics, right? Now, Doctor Who started in TV comic. His first appearance was on issue number 674. This is a later issue.
Yeah.
Which was 14th of November 1964 was his first appearance.
Right.
And it was owned by Polystyle, I believe. And they managed to acquire the rights to use William Hartnell's image on there, but not the Daleks.
Oh, right, okay. Was that because of Terry Nation, I guess?
Probably,
maybe?
at the time, so they got it. Whereas Century 21, who owned TV 21, did manage to acquire the use of the Daleks. So you had Doctor Who in TV comic and the Daleks in TV Century 21, which we'll have a look at that in a minute.
Brilliant. So this issue's nice because it's got the free
this one
gift,
I just put in came with a free gift. And back then TV Comic used to put out little sticker albums in the mid-60s.
Right.
And you could cut them out, cut the squares of pictures out and mount them inside the album.
Right.
And I just picked that one out because it had Hartnell in it. Although he did appear in one of the others as well, I believe.
Yes, I wonder where that still's from. Answers on a postcard, please. Yeah, I'm sure someone knows. Brilliant. Okay.
And also, some of the holiday specials which you can see.
No, these are very scarce, aren't they?
Yeah, these are quite hard to find now.
Yeah.
But,
there he is.
There he is there, and some of the other characters which appeared in TV comic.
Oh, yeah, I recognise a few of those.
Yeah, that one's from Space Patrol.
Right. Wow.
It was a puppet show by Roberta Lee and Arthur Provis, who was formerly Jerry Anderson's partner.
Right, yeah, okay.
And I think it's one of the goons there.
In cartoon form.
One of the Telegoons. And some of the others just made up from the characters in there.
Yeah.
Another one. There's Mr. Hartnell.
Oh, there he is, yeah.
I think it's John Steed there.
I was going to say, it looks more like John Cleese from Ministry of Silly Walks, but that's supposed to be the Avengers.
Patrick McNeese was
a bit early for Monty Python.
A couple of characters there, Fred and Ollie, who older viewers will remember from a show called 5 O'Clock Club.
Right, before my time.
1965, 66. And it was a mixture of pop acts and small sketches and things. But there were a couple puppets which appeared regularly on there.
Oh, awesome.
Liverpool accent.
Yeah.
Well. And another one here. This one's got Troughton on it this time. There was.
Yes. Yeah, there we are.
Yeah, I don't know if you recognise any of the other characters there.
So that's Adam Adamant.
That's Adam Adamant, yeah.
Yeah,
Gerald
that's
Harper.
cool with his stick.
Yeah.
Who's that? That's not Bond, is it?
No, that was Orlando, he was called now. That was Sam Kidd played him. And it was a spin-off from a series called Crane, which was on, I think, around 1964, 65, starring Patrick Allen.
Right. Oh, okay.
And
I don't remember that.
Yeah, I don't think any of it exists.
Right, that might be why. Yeah.
Wiped. And Sam Kidd got a spin-off series from it, which was aimed at a more children's audience, whereas Crane was an adult show. And it was an adventure series starring him. Again, all of that, I believe, has all been wiped now.
Wow.
There's only a few segments which actually exist. But he had his own strip and TV comic for a while.
I'd have thought it. I've got to say, these are lovely copies of them. You've done well finding these.
Yeah, I think this is 67. I think I need 1968 for the
for the set of the
other one with Patrick Troughton on there.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic! And of course, they did the annuals.
The annuals as well.
These are probably a bit easier to get hold of, I would imagine.
Yeah, they will turn up more frequently. This is 1967 annual. Now, Hartnell didn't appear on the 65 or 66 annual for some reason, but he's in there. I think it's supposed to be Steeds Bentley.
Yeah, it's a bit packed.
Patrick McNee there, and the TARDIS down there.
Brilliant, property of the Avengers. Yeah, excellent.
Again, we have, I think it's Ackles, he was called from Lagoons.
Right.
I can't remember anyway. And some of the other characters from the Mighty Moth,
yeah.
And Popeye, obviously, and Olive Oil.
Yeah.
Beetle Bailey, I think.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
And again, here we are.
Another one. I remember this one, the roller coaster one. And Adam Adamant again.
Adam Adamant, he's down there. And again, Orlando.
Yeah.
Amazingly forgotten now. Yeah, shame.
Incredible.
But,
like the Daleks.
And a few of the Daleks down the bottom.
That's brilliant. A green Dalek. I haven't seen that very often.
That's the 1968 annual.
Oh, yeah.
69 annual.
I've not seen this before.
Just had Troughton. They're all watching Troughton on the TV.
Oh, yeah. Glued to it.
Yeah.
Basil Brush, yeah.
And then finally, the last one that Doctor appeared on there was in 1970 on the...
Another one I don't think I recognise.
Which came out about August 69.
So the TARDIS is there. Do they
Just
have
the TARDIS?
No, they don't.
That's it, yeah.
Oh, but Laurel and Hardy have been added.
Yeah, Laurel and Hardy.
Would that have been the cartoon movie?
Yeah, they were in there then. So,
oh, fantastic.
Yeah,
that's cool.
So, with other TV comics as well.
Yeah. Brilliant, yeah.
Now,
see to the actual comics.
Yeah, that's TV21 had the rights to the Daleks for 2 years, 104 issues.
Right.
That they did with it. We'll have a look at those in a moment.
Okay.
But at the end of that run, the rights went back to Polystar managed to acquire the rights to use the Daleks on there. Right. So they then put Patrick Troughton's Doctor on the front cover, and these are quite nice. Really nice. Some really nice artwork on them.
Yeah, absolutely.
He featured on all these covers from number 788 to 809. I'm missing 788, but this is 789.
Even so, yeah. And you got some free gifts there.
That was a free gift.
You got the stickers, same to the Heartland.
Yeah.
A book of TV stars there.
That's right.
Very nice.
And the artist on here was called John Canning, who did these.
And these were the ones that you pulled out. I've got all Doctor Who covers, or was he on the cover just for the run? Was Doctor Who on the cover for this run?
Yeah.
Wow, brilliant. Yeah, excellent.
Yeah. Again, you see Pat Troughton there, yeah. Again, it's a free gift.
Terry Scott, dear Russ Conway.
Yeah.
But they're actually really nice, aren't they? They really it's a great little run to have. I know you've been collecting TV comics, but there's a lot of issues, isn't there?
There are, yeah. I mean, these are fairly expensive. These go for at least about £30 an issue now.
Really? Yeah. Really? Yeah. I can believe it. But we used to see them at the shows, didn't we? Yeah. And some artwork as well has turned up. We've seen old pieces. I've never seen any of this Doctor Who artwork. We saw some of the other series,
John
didn't
Canning.
we?
It's interesting, this one here.
One,
I don't know if you can spot something on that cover there.
Let's have a look.
because the artists all went uncredited then. But just at the top there.
Oh yeah, he put his name in. Yeah,
shop sign. He sneaks his.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah,
behind the TARDIS.
So they have to do it one way or another, like you say, often uncredited. Yeah, it's a nice run, this, isn't it? And it was a tradition that went on a long time in TV comic, wasn't it, with the Doctor?
That's right.
Until the dedicated one.
Until 1979, I think. Tom Baker.
Absolutely, I remember the Tom Baker ones. Yeah.
Before, of course, Doctor Who Weekly came out.
That's right. Yeah, he had his own comic. Yeah. No, I remember reading the Tom Baker ones as a youngster. Really nice. Yeah, tough to put one of these together nowadays, I would think, in nice condition, unless you get lucky and find someone who's got a run of them.
They are quite sought after.
I bet. Covers, I bet.
Yeah, Native 9, that was the last one before it's reverted to something else.
Yeah, well, on the front, yeah. Lovely. Very, very nice indeed. Right then, George, so I recognise this one, TV Century 21.
Century 21. Yes, it's number 1.
This is the first issue, right?
Dated January 23rd, 2065. So they're all dated 100 years in the future.
Yeah, of course.
And it comprised mainly of Jerry Anderson shows at the time, Stingray, Fireball, Super Fireball XO5.
Yeah.
Supercar. There was also Burke's Law as well, which with Gene Barry in there. And,
right. Yeah.
And others. But on the back...
And contemporary adverts as well, of course, yeah.
Of course, yeah. You get plenty of nice toy adverts.
Yeah.
Was the Daleks.
The famous Dalek strip,
yeah. Now, City Magazine's managed to acquire the rights to the Daleks, so they, for the first 104 issues of TV21, they all featured
Daleks
back covers, The artists were Richard Jennings, Eric Eden and Ron Turner.
Right.
On these.
And it's a great run, isn't it?
It
absolutely fantastic run.
That was number 1 there.
That was the free gift. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
We should have a closer look at that, because that in itself is very, very scarce, isn't it? You know, the Identicode kit. Lovely.
Kit,
yeah, excellent. Now this is number 23 then, with the Dalek cover.
Yeah, these are the ones just with the Dalek covers on them.
Okay. But I'm assuming you've got a pretty good run of TV21.
Yeah, I think I've got them all by about 7 now.
Right, okay, almost there.
242 issues, I think it was, in the first volume. And then they did a second volume. And then,
slightly smaller
ones.
I remember,
And then it joined the Valiant comic towards the end of its run.
Valiant,
But by then, there was very little left of the original. I think it was just the Star Trek strip.
Okay.
Towards the end. It's rather a sad ending to a great publication.
Absolutely. Well, these are just knockout, aren't they? So this one had Daleks, a Dalek competition.
Yeah, that's right.
Name the Red Dalek.
Name the Red to win.
An inflatable
Dalek. Yeah, no, those were the inflatable Daleks were made by Scorpion Automotives again.
All right.
It's like a pop bag.
Yeah, I see. Yeah.
And very few of those exist
now.
I bet. The number of those which exist, you could probably count in one hand.
Yeah, absolutely.
Again, you only find those in high-end collections these days.
I bet, yeah. And this has got another... Well, they all had Daleks on the back, didn't they?
Everyone's Dalek strip. It was reprinted as the Dalek Chronicles, you might remember.
I do remember.
And they subsequently have reprinted them in other paperback forms since.
Did they print some in the annuals as well? Reprint maybe the 70s annual had a couple of stories reprinted? Yeah. I'm trying to remember now. Now
this
what
one
is this?
It's quite a sought-after one, because this was released around the same time. July. The first Doctor Who films. Yeah. There's a chance to win
3 film Daleks. Oh, was this the one with the big spread of Dalek memorabilia? I remember. Yeah. In fact, this is one I actually had through my hands at one point.
Let's open it up and have a look if you want.
Well, what do you think? Shall we?
Yeah,
Shall we? Okay. How are they? Oh, they're just the self-sealing ones, as they were. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, because hasn't it got that amazing double spread with Repertorium?
Yeah.
And have you put a bit of card in as a stiffener?
Yeah.
There we are. Okay, get that sufficiently out of the way, and
we've got Stingray in the middle there.
Okay, so we'll work our way through.
It'd be worth having a look. See what there you go. There's Burke's Law.
Since we're here,
Gene Barry.
Okay, make sure we got everything in picture.
Fireball XO5.
Lovely.
And there's,
Beatles over there. 200
yeah.
Beatles colouring sets.
This was just Agent 21,
Agent
Special Agent
21,
21,
alright.
nothing that's actually TV related.
That's you could get your new badge
you
to
get
be
your badge there,
a special agent.
Stingray arm fins.
Brilliant, yeah. And that, your Brook
there you
Bond
go, your
cards.
Brook Bond cards,
Yeah, I featured them on the channel recently.
My favourite Martian.
That's an unusual one to see, isn't it?
I don't know if anybody if you remember that one.
Oh, well, I've heard of it. I don't
Never
remember seeing it. So this is
here we are, look.
Dalek badge.
The Dalek badge.
And a mini Dalek badge. The poster, Stingray scooters. Wow, a skateboard.
Skateboard, yeah.
By the look of it,
I've never seen one of
scooter
those
skate.
before.
No way.
Yeah.
Then some stills from the first Dalek movie.
Yep.
This is brilliant.
Yeah, how about that?
Wow, that's a page, isn't it? Yeah.
Some other Dalek bagatelles there.
Yeah, absolutely. And the XL5 rocket. Yeah, we've seen that, haven't we? You've got one of those, haven't you?
Yeah, and I've
Thought
got
you had,
the Mach 10 or Mach X, Mach 10 rocket
Right.
as well. And the Tour missiles, I've got 2 of those as well.
Wow, cool.
Yeah.
And this is how to make your chocolate Daleks.
Absolutely.
You know, we all did that. That's the Stingray double pair. I mean, that's just gorgeous, isn't it?
It's fantastic.
Absolutely amazing.
It'd be worth having perhaps have a look at in detail TV21.
Actually, yeah, for the full run,
at some stage.
It would be cool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there you go. You could get an inflatable Stingray there. Look. I've actually got one.
yeah.
Here we are.
There we are.
That's what I'm thinking about.
Look at that. Yeah. Now it's not as I remember it. I actually thought it was a colour picture in the middle, but I haven't set eyes on this for 30 years.
Yeah.
But I did used to have this one. I bought it off Pete in the mid 80s, I think, when he was on the Barbican. But I remember that picture. Wow, we look at it. They got the pencils.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Super scarce, those ones, haven't they? Big pile of mastics.
Cutamastics,
Yeah.
Give a show projector there, look. And some guns as well. There's the fluid neutralizer, which is basically a water pistol.
Oh, yeah.
Some of the
The hardbacks. Yeah, well spotted, yeah.
Slipper box. Yeah, here we are. Look, this is what you can
win.
There's
the box that we saw just now. Yeah.
Dalek soap you could win.
Bundles of Dalek pencils.
records.
Yeah, wow.
Boxes of contrast chocolates as well.
Okay, that's for the mums, yeah. 9 pairs of Dalek slippers were to be won. Sizes 7 to 12. That's probably what yours is. They look 7 to 12, don't they? 15 projector sets. How amazing is that?
Yeah.
Okay,
and that was the competition.
Awesome. So there we are. So let's move it over a little bit.
Yeah.
And what did you actually have to do then? What was to win the prizes?
How to enter?
2 photographs. Oh, so I can spot the difference. Slightly different, yeah. Spot the difference. How easy is that? Yeah. Good luck to you all, says one of the big real film Daleks that may soon belong to you. Yeah. Whatever happened to the TV21 Dalek, eh?
Who knows? Yeah.
Well, I tell you, if anyone's going to know, it's that brilliant Doctor Who channel, Dalek 65 to 68. Is it the Terry Nation Army? You know the ones? That's great.
Right, no, I haven't actually seen
it. Great channel. So I'll try and link to them if I remember in the description.
Here we have the which we had a look on earlier.
Yeah,
the Hertz plastic moulders. Daleks.
There they are.
4 and 6pence originally they cost.
And through Woolworths.
And you could also get it in here.
Lines,
the great toy ads.
That's it, absolutely, yeah.
Nice,
And that's part. I mean, the strips. It was just such a great mag, this wasn't it?
Yeah, Mike Mercury.
Yeah.
Lady Penelope in there.
Awesome.
Some great artwork again.
Yeah, really, really good. A little advert there to
don't pay to smoke.
Don't pay to smoke. Corgi clubs. The Corgi were really close, weren't they, to these? I don't think you see many Matchbox adverts in TV21, but you do see some Corgi ones. And that one has just been re-released by the Corgi Collectors Society in a recent video. Brilliant. And some comics, and there the Daleks on the back again. Brilliant stuff.
So that's
that's
quite a sought after.
That's a really nice one. Well, we'll pop it into its bag in a sec. We'll just look at these last 3 here. So
these were the last 3 that they did with the with Daleks on the covers.
Okay, so this is number 36. Yeah, absolutely.
Again on the rear.
Very nice. Daleks hit back. Mechanoid spaceship destroyed in space battle. That was brilliant.
All good fun.
Yeah. What number was that? Number 50, that was. Yeah, slight change in artwork. It looks a different artist.
Yeah, that's right. Say there was 3 different artists.
Yeah. And this is a later one, isn't it?
Yeah, it was the last one.
Number 87.
Number 87, which was September 66.
66, right. They're all fantastic, aren't they? And I imagine the Dalek ones go for a little bit more than normal regular issues of it, although I guess they're all sought after.
Yeah, it's actually the earlier ones had massive print runs, and it's towards the end where sales started to fall on it, where they're actually more scarcer.
I suppose that makes sense.
The last ones in the 200s, I've found it
tough
are
ones
more
to
difficult
find,
to track down. Yeah,
and any with free gifts as well. I mean,
absolutely, free gifts go for ridiculous.
A fortune, a fortune.
Yeah.
I know that they're really, really good. So thank you for sharing those, Jules. So there you go. I hope you've enjoyed looking through this video. Absolutely fantastic to look at George's incredible Doctor Who collection. I'm sure you agree it was quite a sight to behold. If you have enjoyed today's video, do please hit that subscribe button. Do leave a comment if you have enjoyed it, and I shall look forward to seeing you again very soon. Bye.